so I recently looked at Illumix's Twitter and YouTube community posts. Now before you ask why I have a huge watermark of Filmora on the screen, it's because I'm using the free edition since I'm not going to spend money on an editing software. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of videos with editing since I'm usually busy with schoolwork. Anyway, I always see people mad about not adding a new character, which is understandable. Though I like most of the skins, it can get annoying at times. To me, I don't really care what the new character is, as long as we get one with an interesting mechanic, I'll be fine with it. Now, I think why people expect new characters a lot is because of when they first started coming out and the Halloween event. In December of 2019 we got Freddy, Frostbear and Toy Chica. Each had a new mechanic, especially Toy Chica's mechanic. We will go back to both Toy Chica and Freddy Frostbear's mechanic, so remember them. I will not really be mentioning Indo 01, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Balloon Boy, Baby, or Springtraps Mechanic because they came out when the game first came out. Thus I'm fine with their mechanic. Also it's because they were always free. Now yeah, modeling can take time, but I think Toy Chica was probably fully modeled when the game first came out or a while after and they waited until December to release her. Probably the same for Toy Bonnie because they already had a Shadow Bonnie model in the game. But remember Plushtrap, that the reason why Illumix didn't put him in the game when it first came out even though he was in the teasers for it was because they wanted to give him an interesting mechanic. That's the thing. I think it's finding a mechanic for a character that is causing this. I mean the pandemic is still happening but we were able to still get characters during the pandemic. December 2019, Toy Chica's mechanic. Now the mechanic of Toy Chica involved the mask, to match with the game she is from because in Fnaf 2 we used the mask to evade most of the animatronics. When it comes to haywiring you have to be looking at her but you have to be wearing the mask. She is very fast at haywiring after she charges at you. December 2019, Freddy Frostbear's mechanic was kinda new. First, instead of static, he froze the screen. Even if the littlest device starts to happen, we can't press the zap button, while a normal static attack still gives you time to press the button. We could never look at his eyes when he haywired because that would cause an immediate jump scare, kinda like babies. Then the fact that you only had barely any time to zap him, which is why you have to be very quick with him. But let's go back to the mask mechanic with Toy Chica. All of the toy animatronics have this and are almost the same. Mangles is the most different out of the rest though. January 2020, Toy Bonnie's mechanic is Toy Chica but with a tiny bit of Springtrap, where we have to wear the mask when he haywires but if his eyes are red we look away while wearing the mask. February 2020, Toy Freddy's mechanic is again Toy Chica's mechanic but instead we need to also put the mask on when an alarm is basically happening. Failing to do so will drain out our battery continuously until we put the mask on for a while. March 2020, Mangle's mechanic. Boy, oh boy. Now that was an interesting mechanic, especially with the timer. I like it, even though she is hard for me to beat at times. Collecting 3 parts within a time limit when dropped and the fact that we have to wear the mask when she charges at us and we always have to look away with the mask on when she haywires was interesting. May 2020. 8-bit Baby, her mechanic is just Baby's mechanic but a little more harder and that she doesn't make noise when charging at you. But many still call her a skin. Personally I don't care, I still like the design, but did you notice something with the months? Well if you did, it is that for every month, except for April, we had a new character come out when the game first came out. But if we don't count 8-bit Baby we will have a hiatus of a new character for the next 5 months. August 2020, Ballora's mechanic. I keep hearing that it's a copy of Mangle's mechanic. I don't see it that way. I think her mechanic was smart to do. It works kinda like in Night 2 in Sister Location except we needed to move very slowly to make sure the meter was down and collect 3 mini arenas and wait for Ballora to run at you to win. Now we move on to the Halloween event. October 2020. You know where we got 3 new characters and a skin. The 3 characters being Jacko Chica, Jacko Bonnie, and Plushtrap. Now this is when we bring up Freddy Frostbear's mechanic again. Both Jacko Chica and Jacko Bonnie have the same mechanic. Not just that, it's just Frostbear's mechanic but with smoke appearing instead of ice. That is just lazy to call it a new mechanic for the Jackos. October 2020, Plushtraps Mechanic. I both like it and hate it. First of all, his CPU can only be obtainable with him. Same goes with the plush suit, because not once have I seen someone get the suit when defeating him with any other CPU. Now his mechanic is the most interesting, but it is the most hardest. We have to zap 2 giant batteries until the meter reaches green on both sides while Plushtrap is coming at us. The thing is that we constantly have to zap the batteries because it will drain, and it drains fast. Plus Plushtrap has to be at the puddle for us to be able to zap him and win. Don't forget we need to have both meters green in order for it to work. December 2020, Golden Freddy's mechanic. Though it is interesting with what they did with him, it's a rehash of some of the previous mechanics, which are Springtrap, Toy Bonnie, Ballora, Mangle, and Toy Freddy. I don't remember if there are more right now. I never fought him. I bought his CPU with the winter tokens. But still, it is an interesting concept. But it probably didn't take that long to make his mechanic, though there were things that were put, like that we have to zap him 3 times when he reveals his body. Now do I think Illumix could be very pricey with their skins? Yeah, of course. I mean, I can buy the first 3 Fnaf games instead of one of their $10 skins. At least we can still earn them for free, except for Frost Plushtrap. He is so bugged to the point where there is not even a chance of getting him or his CPU when a friend sends him. Only the Leo version works. The most expensive things are Frost Plushtrap, Golden Freddy, the Golden Freddy CPU, Heartsick Baby, Black Heart Bonnie, Serpent Mangle, and the Curse skin because they all cost event tokens, which at first was good. But it is annoying to have to grind them like crazy. What makes them expensive is that Illumix bundled up the event tokens with the Fazcoin prices, and that both the Valentines of 2021 and the Aztec event don't give people the option to buy the skins separately. What I mean is that they are also in a $40 bundle deal. Also, you have to either grind like crazy or buy the camera feature. I think Pokemon Go had a camera feature that was free. I used to play it until I got tired of going to new areas just to catch new Pokemon. But still, it was a feature that everyone can use and not being put in a paywall. So what I'm trying to say with the characters is that because of them coming every month for the first 5 months of the game caused many to believe that Illumix can make the characters very fast. But I also believe they had most of the characters ready since they were working on the game before it released, but this pandemic gives Illumix less time to work on things before it happened. So besides thinking of a new mechanic, we also had the pandemic. The main reason I decided to make this is because I saw in the comment section of the community post about the Aztec skins, where someone said that Illumix can make characters fast because we had 3 new characters for the Halloween event. But again, 2 of them had the same mechanic, which was also super similar to a previous mechanic. I hope you all enjoyed this video, even though there isn't a lot of you watching since views aren't that high in my videos, and that is because I usually just do trade and skin unlock videos.